Hey, hey everyone, and welcome to the One Night Ultimate Werewolf Season 1, Episode 4. I think this is a coup against me commentary. Jeez, that was a long intro. I'm Brett, and before we get started, I just want to warn you that this commentary will contain spoilers for the episode 4. So if you haven't seen Episode 4, leave. The link is below. But if you have seen it, we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna talk to the person who was eliminated. That's right. My guest is Dylan.
There's the video. Yay! You know, they can watch it if they want. If they haven't seen it,
They
like,
could.
leave.
I thought it was more of an option, but I was saying, hey, if you haven't seen it, now would be the time to leave if you wanted to watch it spoiler free.
I thought it was a command.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of spoilers, so yeah. So if anyone has any question, hey Wildstar, hey Kyle B, if you guys have any questions for Dylan on how he feels about being eliminated, so I don't know what word was it. Abruptly? It wasn't abrupt though. We all saw it coming. We all knew Dylan was gonna get eliminated.
Hey, it sounds like this was a inside job.
Yeah, I had a bunch of Dylan votes in my pocket, and wait, you didn't even get voted out, so there's no, I couldn't even rig it.
We'll get into it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna front load the episode.
Yeah, the fun fact about this episode is that it's the shortest episode of the season mainly because there's no voting in it, so the voting takes up.
So we're like a Netflix show. You know, like Netflix shows now. Remember how like 7 years ago, all the shows were like 45 minutes. You have to be 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Can't be shorter or longer. And then Netflix came along. It's like, well, some are like an hour and 10, some are 30 minutes.
You say Netflix, but I mean Fargo.
Oh yeah, Fargo.
We're really into Fargo. Fargo they did an hour 20 one time, and then they would go over.
Yeah.
Dylan, Kyle B asks, on a scale of 9 to 10, so a big scale, how much do you think they voted you out due to being intimidating?
Intimidating. Well, 9 is the lowest. I'd say 9.
I guess you could.
I think I was intimidating.
I think
I can see why people would think that I was a shoe-in because I've been around probably one of the longest running players.
Yeah, you, Katie, and Ed, and you guys were all in episode 1 of the Werewolf series. Joey was in that first recording session, but I think you and Katie show up the most in my videos. But I don't know. You're also
away with nothing.
I end up saying this about everyone, so it doesn't really mean anything anymore. But you're also very likable, and you're just like, hey, I'm playing werewolf. Whoa, this is like, I don't care. You have like kind of
be heel. I want people to despise me.
No one was a heel. We didn't have any heels on the show.
Well, maybe season 2 I'll be heel. I'll come back as like a disgruntled.
Oh no, you're banned for life.
Oh, okay.
You're being banned.
Oh, that quick.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in, the lighting on my face makes me feel like I'm in one of those Unfriended movies.
Hey guys, you might want to watch this live stream all the way to the end because Dylan might get unfriended, and I'm not talking about me clicking unfriend. He put his hand in a blender. Or
hosted. Yeah, watch out for like stuff moving behind me.
Are you gonna put your hand in a blender?
Oh yeah, that does happen in that movie. I never saw the second one, but
there's a part in the first one where like a girl, her camera freezes, right? But then something like moves in the background, and you're like, "What? The camera didn't freeze. She froze."
I think they do that at the same time. I think they do the same thing in that short film Host that came out at the beginning of quarantine, or like middle of quarantine, that everyone was talking about.
Josh is in the chat. He says, "I despise you." And Ooram is here and says, Dylan.
Ooram.
I think a lot of people were disappointed that you left. I think one of the comments called it you were the Suri of the show, which I know.
I saw that comment. I had to look that up.
I know you don't get it because you don't watch Survivor, but Suri was a very likable player on the real show Survivor. She came back twice. She showed up 3 seasons, but she's very likable. Uram says they're now rooting for Kelsey, which you have a connection to. I'm not going to say what, but even though we say it on the show. All right, should we just start this episode?
Start it. You said Josh is here, the guy who voted me out?
Technically, no one voted you out. You were the first person to get out with no votes. And someone also pointed out that the Flashers tribe, you were part of the Flashers tribe, no one has yet to be voted out. You were the first Flashers tribe to leave, but you were technically not voted out. So
it was a strong group.
Well, the other team, Tribe, had a lot of the winners. So Kyle B said, I was rooting for Dylan, but I figured he'd get out pretty quick from people being worried about his skills.
I don't think I'm that good of a werewolf player.
I mean, you're pretty high in the ranking.
I think that's just because of time. I just think because I've played the most games, so like of course my numbers might fare one way, but like I don't know.
I think you might not think you're as good, but you do have that knack of you just say everything that you just can call everything that happened.
Oh yeah.
When
I go to people, I think you're the best because I think you're good at. Because right when you think like, oh, this is what Brett does when he lies, turns out you're telling the truth. I think whenever you're telling the truth or lying, it's the same tone or like the same sort of act.
I mean, my strategy is, I don't know. Well, it's not really a strategy. It's like I do stuff. I tend to do the same thing over and over. And as soon as someone picks up on it, I had to like flip. I had to go the other way.
Well, I think the best player actually who wasn't in the tournament is Pete.
Pete, he's chaotic. He would be. I'm trying to think of the Survivor player. He would be like. I'm not sure if he's like Russell Hantz. I know you don't get these references. Russell Hantz. Russell Hantz is famous because he just caused chaos. Like he would he put someone's sock in the fire just to make him angry, and he like got rid of their water at night just so they'd be thirsty. I don't think Pete would do that. I don't think he's. Okay. Do you want to start the episode?
Let's start it. Okay. I say season 2 though. We actually do it on an island.
if you want to put in the money and be a producer on it, sure. But
I'll go rent an island.
It's not in my budget currently. Okay, so Dylan, you have the episode queued up.
Oh, yeah,
so do you?
No, I do. All I have to do is press play.
You probably changed it to some Miley Cyrus music video.
You got me.
All right, so I'll say
old Miley, like 2008 Miley.
What song did she have in 2008? Party in the USA?
Hannah Montana theme song. Yeah, all I have to do is press play.
Okay, well, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play. And on play, you hit play. Does that sound...
That sounds good.
Okay, so don't hit it on 1, because I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play. And on play, we'll hit.
Okay.
And if I catch you playing on 1...
I'm playing on play, baby.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
Last time on One Night Ultimate Werewolf Survivor.
I'll mute mine.
Yeah, I might need to have...
After Jeff became the second person to leave the game, the auction continued. Kelsey bought undies for $2.
Well, this is just a previously
then bought
on.
a Google Home Hub for $2, but gave it to Joey before knowing what it was. During the game, Joey was the Dream Wolf and had to put his thumb out 3 different times.
Eddie R.
He failed to do so on the
Dylan,
3rd time and was taken out of the immunity game.
Do you plan on doing anything different if you were invited
Joey
to season 2?
Without the minion card. During that game, Dylan and Kelsey failed to convince the other players.
I don't know. It's hard. I feel like I wasn't there long enough to gain a strategy. I guess my strategy to begin with is like make friends with everyone.
Katie and DeAndre won immunity again.
Because I did really well the first 2 rounds, I think.
For the first time.
I wasn't a werewolf,
Josh,
right, at all.
Kelsey and Joey were all up.
So I didn't really have a chance to lie.
After the game, Josh pulled
you were
Kelsey
Mortician the first round.
Oh, okay.
And I guess you could have lied, but you didn't. You just didn't say anything.
Being in the Cool Kids Club didn't help out Joey, who received 4
I guess
votes,
maybe not make so many
the 3rd
alliances.
Player to be voted out of the game.
I guess
and onto the
I don't
jury.
know. Be better at
players
lying.
Are out of the game. Only 6
be better
players
at
remain.
accusing other
Who will
people.
be voted out tonight?
Because I think Josh just
on
like
One
had
Night
his,
Ultimate Werewolf
it was like said time like, yeah, well, we might as well vote for him. And I don't blame Josh.
You blame Josh like 5 times in the video, but
I know. but that's just me and Josh.
That's your hand in the opening.
Hey.
Fun fact: Dylan's hand is in the opening, so he might be eliminated from the show, but he still shows up in every episode.
Oh, crap, I just got an ad.
Hey everyone, welcome back to One Night
got a mid-roll ad.
Survivor. Things have changed.
If we're talking about mid-roll ads, Survivor Series is the only series that I have mid-roll ads on because I put the most money into it. I thought I should at least try to get some money out of it.
Am I behind now?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
I'll go for it.
He was our friend. He was a part of.
I have a question for you. In the previous episode, Josh pulled a bunch of people to the side, and you were not one of those people. Can you just run us through what did you think they were talking about, and how did you feel being out of that circle?
Well, it made sense because I couldn't be in two different circles at once. I think Josh was on a different team, so even though I had an alliance with Josh at the time, so I think he was just getting with his team. This is like 3 months ago now. But I do remember. I mean, it makes sense. I think me and Josh kind of like this fake rivalry, so maybe it comes out like in the video. I'm afraid I haven't watched the video, but I'm afraid it actually looks like I'm mad at Josh. In reality, I'm not. I think I was trying to like play it up a bit.
That's what people do on reality shows. They play it up, make it fun to watch.
But yeah, no, nothing, no harm against Josh.
This is Katie figured out that this was an immunity necklace. No one else figured out that that's what I was giving away.
Do you want to open it up?
Yeah, that's one thing I think didn't work enough.
But I thought all the Survivor watchers would get that. DeAndre was just watching and he didn't put it together.
Oh, he's a Survivor watcher too. Yeah, I'm not. So everything that was happening, I was just kind of like, okay. Like in the beginning, when we're all on a team and then we all weren't on a team. I guess that's very common.
I mean, it's usually more drawn out in the Survivor show.
Within 5 minutes.
It was more of a joke on mine.
But what did people think of the episode? Was it the episode before this with the
Final Five is the last time.
Thumbgate?
So that'll be next time.
Hold on. I get confused a lot because I have all the episodes in my head. I think last episode was Thumbgate Part 2 is what it was called, where Joey cheated and then he didn't cheat. I called him too early. People were mad at me. So me not being in the show, I didn't think I would be involved with the drama, but apparently I am a part of the drama.
That was fun to play. Yeah, no, this whole day was fun.
Tears.
He had some good prizes.
I was excited about this twist because I really wanted to play a game, though the game I ended up playing wasn't exciting because it was just Dylan's the bad guy. Let's vote for him. But it's
I knew that I wasn't gonna even make it to the top 2 or 3. I was fine with that. I wanted to at least get eliminated in a way that I went out fighting. But this one was just kind of like, well, I guess we gotta vote for Dylan. It's kind of lackluster. I have no problem getting it.
Someone put up a good question in the comments of the video and was like, I feel like you were trying to talk One Night Werewolf wise when you were trying to say, hey, don't vote for me because I might not be the werewolf. Someone mentioned, hey, don't vote for me because if I lose, I'm the only person, that can be eliminated. If we vote for someone else, then Josh, Katie, Kelsey, and Amber will all be up for elimination. I don't think anyone ever had that thought process to think of the Survivor game while inside of the One Night Werewolf game. Is that how?
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe I would do that. Maybe that thought was crossing my mind. I'm not sure. And also, I think right before this happened, I did say to the camera, I need to be worried about Josh because I think he's out to get me.
Which is,
so I think I tried playing that a little bit too when I was getting eliminated.
Well, yeah, because in the voting booth in last episode, you said I should be voting Josh because I think he's going to try to get me out, and then Josh says I should be voting Dylan. But I'm gonna vote Joey because he's the easy person right now. So he did want to vote you out. You called it that he was gonna get you out eventually.
I know
This
Josh.
might be the Apple gift card this time.
If he's listening, I know his plan. I know his coup. I know his animosity towards me.
Someone's guessing that there will be a second immunity idol in the auction in a later episode. I can neither confirm or deny.
I can't remember.
Dylan doesn't
Going
remember.
once?
No, I feel like once we were all, because like you can't see this off screen. Do you ever see it off screen where like the losers are hanging out?
No, we never showed the jury because I didn't have enough cameras.
So like back into like the behind Brett's shoulder there in the corner. That's just where all the losers are hanging out. So
The jury we call them, not the losers.
I'm sorry. What do you know? It's another Amazon gift card.
Yeah, we're all just hanging out, talking and playing Among Us on our phones.
Not even paying attention to the show.
I feel bad for Ed. He had to sit there for.
You don't have to. Do you want to give that to Ed?
That's why I made it so he's the only person who could receive unwanted gifts, because I felt really bad for him that he had to sit there for 6 hours. Not 6, probably 5. But
It's a prop from AP buyout.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into talking
Do you think
baseball,
you know
or
what it is,
whatever
or
we
you
refer
just...
to it as. Yeah, it was a long day, but like in a fun way. It wasn't like.
I was really worried that it was going to be like a 10-hour day. It ended up only being a 6-hour shoot day.
Kelsey's
sitting at
And we hung out for a couple hours afterwards, I think.
Dude, you don't. I didn't want to force.
So
you.
who was on my original team? Because I think didn't I get red?
Amber, DeAndre, and Kelsey were on your tribe at the beginning.
Okay, so at this table right now.
Well, because Kelsey's technically there. She's just sitting off to the side.
So $2
why did
there.
that
Give me that $2.
Because the twist where I'm going to take her place, and she just didn't want to sit back down, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I told her she could. She was like, I don't want.
I was looking at it. I was like, that looks silly for $2.
I didn't mean to talk Amber into bidding on this, because I don't know.
A iPhone?
Again, it's fun.
No, they're AirPods. Amber, do you want to give that to Ed?
I'm a good sport.
You are probably the best person in the voting booth. You really say what you're thinking.
Yeah, no, you told me that.
You should be on
a lot of reality TV. You said that was the best, so that means a lot.
Josh does it too, but he does it in an evil way, kind of, where he's like, I should take out Dylan next. Where you are like, I have so many alliances, I need to figure this thing out.
See, my problem is I just want people to like me too much. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. So, Josh was just the better player. I'll admit that. Is he still watching, by the way?
Josh is around, yeah.
You hope no one.
How's he doing?
He says, I hate you because you're beautiful. I'm not sure who he's talking to, so I'm assuming he's talking to you.
$1, Josh.
He's talking to both
Going
of us.
once, going twice. So.
What did you do, or have you done anything with your $2 yet?
Thanks for the $1.
Let's see. It got deposited in my account like a couple weeks ago.
I'm excited.
Finally.
About this one.
Let's see. I guess it probably went towards
Oh no!
paying off credit card
Yeah.
bills.
The $2.
Yeah. Well, I don't buy anything with my not to get too personal, but I don't buy anything with my debit card. I buy everything with credit cards. So you don't need checking at the end. So
Well, not to get too personal, but what is your credit card number?
Oh, that's don't be silly. That's not personal. Oh, by the way, that thing Josh just won. He ended up giving to me Dustin.
Wow.
Dustin and I live together. And,
Even though it's his prize, he gave it to you.
he gave it to us as a thank you gift for him staying with us for like 2 weeks.
I was really excited about that prize when I found out they made Guy Fieri pop vinyls. I was like, yeah, and it was only like $8. Guys, anyone can buy those. Go get one.
I know.
They're only $8.
Who are you using?
I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll be one of those rare ones that become like 500 one day.
I don't think so.
I have no idea how those gain value. It has something to do with the numbers. I looked it up.
Kyle B says, I really like Dylan's voting booth commentaries. So, and if you are a Patreon supporter, not to plug it too much, at the $5 tier, I put the whole voting booth confessionals up there, so you can see what everyone said.
I think I was just more afraid of having dead air. I feel like it would have been
We're playing for $1.
Well, Josh was definitely not afraid of having dead air because the first time he wrote Ed's name, it took like 5 minutes.
I just got another ad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How many ads did they put in this? Because
It doesn't show me. That's weird.
I just put auto. I didn't like pick where to put the ads. I just put it on
Usually
auto.
you can see ahead of time, but I can't see them.
Tonight, they will be playing a 5-player game.
Oh, look, you're at the table
The
now.
minion and doppelganger are out. The cards
So what's
in play
everyone else been
are
doing with their prizes?
werewolf.
Did you ask them?
No, I didn't ask. I mean, I know some people gave their prizes away.
Witch, drunk,
I don't want to out anyone, but
Kill Kelsey now.
Out them. Who cares? Oh, this is cool. How'd you do?
out them. Okay, I don't believe Joey kept his Google Home. I think he knew someone who really wanted a Google Home, and he gave it to them. I just don't think he wanted it as much.
That rat bastard.
It looks like that.
How did you do that? I'm sure it's an easy trick, but I like the trick of highlighting the cards that you just did.
Well, that one really messed up because there's some overlaying effects, but I mean, it's just an editing thing where I just doubled the layers. I made one of them screen. What do you call it? Like the screen overlay, and then I just cut out the different cards.
Oh, okay. Looks good. Looks good.
Well, thanks.
You still have all these props,
The props?
like the plants and everything. I mean,
Oh yeah, I have all the props. They're in my closet.
I'm looking forward to about 5 minutes or so where, because I want to see the look on my face where I realize, oh, I'm screwed. Like there's no way out of this. I'm just desperately trying to talk my way out of it.
To be fair, there was a way out of it that you didn't take, and because you're the gremlin and you can swap your own card. When Josh asks you what card did you swap, he's obviously trying to look for where the werewolf is. You just had to lie.
I thought telling the truth would win this time.
Telling the truth is, guys, if you play One Night Werewolf, never tell the truth.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works, but if you tell 90% of the truth and then just like a 10% you screw up, that's the best strategy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because let's say you didn't gremlin yourself. By the way, that's one strategy. You could just gremlin.
I know. Whenever an action is to do something on myself, I always forget that I can do that.
But yeah, you could have said I gremlined myself, and then you would have been the sole winner in that situation.
That's true. I probably would have been eliminated the following game, so it's fine.
I'm not showing Amber's card. Amber's the drunk, and I think she drunks herself into the gremlin. She takes your card actually.
She was gonna win. Someone just moved me. There goes Josh. To the Dream Wolf.
You may switch marks or cards between
Kyle B says, if I'm a swapper, I almost never tell the truth right away. I usually don't end up telling the truth regardless.
I noticed that. There's because not to give spoilers for your channel, but we recently just played One Night Werewolf for your channel.
Yeah.
And we were both werewolves. And then immediately when we woke up, you were like, me and Dylan were werewolves. And then we ended up winning.
that I usually don't do that, but that time it just seemed like we were gonna win. So I was like, I'm trying it.
Everyone, wake up.
That video won't come out for a while, so
Everyone will forget that.
everyone will forget that spoiler.
People will. For all the people that gamble with your channel.
Yeah, a lot of people bet on my videos for some reason. I was tempted to do like episode 0 when I announced the cast. I was tempted to put like a poll like, hey, who do you think's gonna win? And maybe if out of the people who picked the right person, maybe I would like give away a prize. But I didn't want to have like a popular, like I didn't want someone to receive the least amount of votes and then them be sad. So I didn't put up a poll or anything like that. But maybe I'll do it in the future if I ask everyone beforehand, hey, is it okay if I put up a poll or something? I don't know.
Or maybe you like, but I don't think.
Yeah, I get that.
Who's the gremlin?
Chris C says Dylan could have switched Brett, but say they'll name another player later.
So I think
Uh,
he is still.
What was I? I was just the I was the robber, but
Gave it to him.
yeah, I guess you could just lied more.
I think I'm watching it now. I think I just look at my face like I think I'm screwed because Josh is just talking right now on mine.
I am curious to see from the chat. Do you think I put too many twists in this one episode? Because I gave Katie immunity for like nothing. I mean, she had to pay for it, but she didn't have to play for it. And then I did the twist with Kelsey. Like, I'm worried it was like too much at once, and then.
I mean, that's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. Next time, the only thing I announced really about season 2 is that Katie will not be playing, and she's going to be helping me produce. Because the hardest part of this is I kept everything secret from all of you, including Katie. So I had no like help with like producing the show. So I had a lot of stuff in my head, and I kind of messed some things up.
It should be good because you guys have seen every episode.
Yeah, I have. And I can tell you're not going to like who the winner is because they joined the cast on the last episode and then they win.
You mean in the real show?
No, I was just joking. Eddie R says Kelsey's going to take it all. I think the Kelsey gang has taken over. I think there's a really strong Dylan gang, and now that you're out, the Kelsey gang is here.
I really like Kelsey.
She has received...
I don't see why.
She's received 0 votes so far, so... I don't blame them. Wait, you don't know why? You don't like Kelsey? Robert, there is a season 2 in planning. I don't know when it's going to happen, but...
You heard it here first. It's going to take place on an actual island. It's going to take place over the course of weeks.
And Dylan is providing the budget.
Yep. People who have jobs need to call off.
Dylan's a wild card. You gotta know that.
Yeah, it's going to be for 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, like that movie.
Or like Survivor.
Is that why they do it? Because of that movie?
No, it's actually 39 days, actually, on Survivor.
I mean, I'm fine voting for Dylan.
Yeah, let's look at my face right now on the video like, I'm bummed. Like, there's no way out of this. And then, what's good about it, and the reason, maybe it seems like I'm objecting, but it's because it's a good play. It's the most obvious play that you could go.
Yeah. Someone asked, would you have liked to receive the twist? Would you want me to play in your place? Like if Kelsey didn't take the twist, would you want the twist where I get to play in your place for you? Would you have liked it?
It was only that round.
Yeah, it was only this round.
Oh.
Dylan says he probably would have liked it.
But it's like if you lost, right? Then I lost. Right?
Yeah, if I lost, Kelsey.
I would have been fine with it because I think you probably would have been able. You probably would have. You got gremled. You probably would have gremled yourself, and you probably would have kept me in.
I probably would have gremled myself. I'm not a huge fan of the gremlin card because I feel like people just gremlin themselves. I don't know why. I think a troublemaker is a little more. I don't know. It adds change that you can't really. You don't know. You know less, I guess.
What about season 2? Is for Empire?
I'm not saying anything about season 2 other than Katie will not be in it.
Yeah.
I'll write that down because that's a lie. It tells me she'll be like that mid-season.
Dylan is the only loser.
No, I feel like that sounds more like the challenge. The MTV's the challenge, because they had one season where like halfway through, like another cast basically joined, and we're like, we're in this now.
That'd be fun.
Maybe instead of Survivor themed, I should go more MTV's The Challenge. But I feel like
we should go more MTV's Are You the One for werewolves.
We're just hooking up with each other.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. If you want to guys see if we fall in love with each other, check out Are You the One Night Ultimate? Are You the One Night Ultimate?
One Night Ultimate Werewolf. There you go.
You guys $1? Was it $1?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
and I'm just sitting there. So.
Yeah, it's awkward because everyone knows what's gonna happen, but I gotta get stuff set up. I'm in the part where Josh is talking about Among Us. He's very good about getting off topic.
This is gonna sound like there's a question. Other than
Josh?
Katie,
Yeah.
There's one thing about Josh, he's off topic.
Like Dylan just found out he's being eliminated, and Josh is like, "When I play Among Us, it's crazy." And Dylan's like, "I just lost." And Josh is like, "I like orange colors because when I'm the orange guy, it's fun."
People still play Among Us? I feel like I haven't seen that.
I think Josh plays it. I'm not a big Among Us fan, so I don't know.
By the way, I'm not mad here.
Dylan,
Part of the
sadly,
game.
the tribe has
It's
not
pu-
spoken, but the game has.
I was more embarrassed.
You were embarrassed. You walked away with your tail between your legs.
Yeah.
$2.
And underwear for 2 with Kelsey. Presuming
Everyone
If
assu-
I know Josh, he got
This
so
isn't
much
the most
satisfaction.
climatic way to go, but it's a part of the game.
Everyone assumed that Kelsey would use the underwear for 2 with you, but I don't think that's what's
Guys, how
going
do you
to
feel about not voting Dylan out?
happen. No.
Do you think this would have
Hard
happened
no.
if Katie didn't use her immunity?
Actually, I forgot all about that. I don't know where that is.
It's not yours, so don't worry about it. You didn't win it. I'm
Write
sure.
in the comments how much you wish Katie
I'll
had
take
to
it.
change it.
Wait, do we got a new nickname? Coward Katie?
Oh, come on. Shady Katie now.
Katie looks so
Okay,
sad. No one
guys,
else
well,
cares.
that was not super
Katie said she
climatic,
hated
but it has to
voting
happen.
anyone out,
You gotta win- you
which
gotta
is
win
funny
the
because
game
whenever
to
we
win
watch
the game.
Survivor, she's always like, "Oh, I would have so much fun on Survivor," but
That's the ultimate strategy.
you got to vote people out.
We'll see you next time
Yeah.
for more One Night
You gotta deal
Ultimate
with,
Werewolf
naked
Survivor.
people, right?
Uh,
Sometimes.
Next time
Sometimes
on
people are
One
naked, but
Night Ultimate
not that much.
Werewolf Survivor. Brett gives
I'm
away
watching.
the
I'm watching the
gift
next
the
time
video
on. By the way,
demonetized.
I think you're a couple seconds ahead of me.
NSFW?
Go ahead. Okay. Well, I just got it.
Josh tells a
Let's
really
give you
funny
4 ads,
joke.
dude.
I gotta get paid. Man, this is an expensive series, so I gotta get
Tells
paid.
someone to put their thumb
What was
up.
that? Just like $1,000 right there?
Each ad, I get
Kelsey
$1,000
becomes
bucks.
a
You're
master
exactly
of
right.
bluff.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Who's your favorite player to play
Tune
against,
in next time
Dylan?
to One
general
Night
or just in
Ultimate
this tournament?
Werewolf Survivor.
Why don't we say this tournament?
Well, I only played 3 rounds, but let's see. I like playing.
You played
well,
4. You played 4 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
I'm
I don't know Josh, because Josh is good at games, but so is DeAndre. They're both like game people. You're good too, but you only played that round. Katie, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd say, I don't know. Joey's kind of fun too when Joey gets on a roll.
But when he's
But-
not on a roll, he's not fun at all.
Well, Joey gets into like this zone where like I feel like he's kind of like his dad, where it's like he knows how to like be goofy and like throw people off.
Oh, okay.
But I would say just from kind of like an all around, yeah, I would probably say Josh, because Josh is like fun. He's funny. He knows how to play. He knows how to like screw people over, but he also knows to like protect people. So I'll give that to Josh.
Sorry, someone just asked a funny question. Someone said thoughts on a Winners at War theme for season 2, where it would just be one person, because spoiler alert, only one person wins this first season. I don't let multiple people win.
Is
So
that something that happens in Survivor?
and season 40, yeah, because they had about 39 winners, I think, or 38. I forget these. I think they had 39 winners. No, 38 winners to choose from. I only have one person, but hey, maybe I'll have that one person just really battling it out with themselves.
It's an inner struggle.
I just want to point out, I always pause on the leaderboards. Dylan, you are just in the season, you are in 8th place out of 9. You are only beating Ed, who has 0% wins.
I'm not last. That's all that matters.
Yeah, because you did win 1 game, but you came really close to winning 0 games. I just had to point that out.
So I take it that title is something I said, but I think this is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I have the Alice Punch music playing. Okay, So, yeah, every title is a quote from the show, and that comes from Survivor, this real show. But I'm gonna look at the votes received page, and to be fair, you're only number 7 for someone to be voted out and to be very low. Like, there's a lot of people left in the game. Like, I guess just DeAndre and Josh and Katie are all above you. They've received more votes than you. So that's kind of interesting. Kelsey's at 0 votes for the whole season. That's crazy.
So far, you mean?
So far. I just want to point... No one has pointed this out to me. Not a single person. So, except for Katie, while watching one of these live streams, that on the One Night Werewolf votes received leaderboard, I spelled Survivor wrong.
It happens to the best of us.
It's Survivor, I guess. No one has pointed that out to me, and everyone watching should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, so it's like that every episode?
Yeah, because it's basically just this is just a Photoshop picture that I kind of put into every episode. I also want to point out that the time you got voted out, I guess you didn't get voted out, which is why you're so low. You actually went down on the leaderboard, which is interesting. Actually, I don't think that's true. I think this might have been the same thing from last time, because the leaderboard wouldn't have shifted at all. But
yeah,
I guess it's another mistake. These arrows shouldn't be here. I'm getting a little bit too into the details here.
People like that though.
Yeah, because I'm sure I just kept the same leaderboard because nothing changed. Let me keep going real quick. The last thing before we see the votes, even though there are no votes, the Patreon supporters. I just want to thank everyone for being Patreon supporters. It really helps out the series. I mean, with the prize money and the prizes, it really helped out. There are no votes this episode, so there's nothing to see at the end.
Yeah, my episode's pretty boring. But I do like the top comment, which is, this episode is all about Dylan. So that person is a deep cut fan of yours.
That was one thing I had to say before starting the season, is saying, hey, there are not going to be any all about Dylans in this, because it took me like 2 months just to edit these 7 episodes, which is it's a long time to edit only 7 episodes. But so I was like, I can't keep putting more stuff into it, or it's just never going to get released.
That's why there's like multiple editors on reality TV shows.
Yeah. Josh said he loved that episode. Tom asked, what is the best werewolf movie?
American Werewolf in London.
Really?
I would say so. Good question.
You're not going to say...
You should ask every guest what their favorite werewolf.
Because I would probably say Hotel Transylvania 2. Dude.
Oh, the 2? Not 3?
Isn't there a werewolf in that?
I'm sure there is. I've never seen any of those movies.
I think...
Yeah. There's a Frankenstein, so there's a vampire.
There has to be a werewolf in that. I don't know what my favorite werewolf movie is. I'm not a huge fan of American Werewolf in London. Or... Is it America? Where do they go next time? France?
Oh, American Werewolf in Paris? Well, no one likes
Paris.
that one. I've heard The Howling is good. Maybe I need to rewatch that, but it's not Halloween season, so I can't watch scary movies.
What about Trick or Treat? Wait, there's no werewolf.
There's werewolves in that.
There are werewolves in that,
But
yeah.
it's not a werewolf movie.
Well, sorry.
Is
Any favorite vampire movies?
Let's see. Vampire movies. I like the Twilight movies just because they're dumb and fun. Listen to our shout out to your Patreon for our MTV Movie Awards.
We talked about Twilight a bunch.
I like the original Fright Night. That's kind of a fun movie. I haven't seen Lost Boys in a while, but I don't know. I don't know my favorite vampire movie. To be honest. 'Cause either vampires are like, they're like monsters or scary, or they make them like sexy. So I'm like, make up your mind. Are they sexy or are they scary? Are they like Dracula or are they like 30 Days a Night?
To be fair, someone pointed out Dracula Dead and Loving It, and I don't think they're either scary or sexy in that. So I think you should watch that movie. Yeah, I'm not. Unless anyone else has any last questions for Dylan, we're probably gonna end. Dylan, how was your time on the Survivor show?
It was fun. Can't wait to do it again if I'm invited.
Probably not, but yeah, I think in the future seasons, I'm gonna leave more time after the One Night Werewolf games for people. I'm gonna leave some time for them to people to talk to each other and maybe strategize a little bit about who they should vote off. Because in this one, we basically go straight from the games to the voting, and so people, they never really talk to each other other than so far the one time Josh pulled everyone to the side and was like, "Hey," though.
Then you'd be ruining the flow of the werewolf game.
No, but I'm not going to mess up the werewolf game. It would be right after the werewolf game when we decide who the winners are, so you can see who's immune. Then I would leave some time for everyone to talk.
I see what you're saying.
Uram has a question for you, Dylan.
I'll answer any question.
Okay, because this is a question. Dylan, what is the max speed of a pigeon?
I'm guessing 35 miles per hour.
35? I feel like that's pretty fast.
Birds are fast.
Would Alexa know this question?
I'm sure she would.
Alexa, what is the max speed of a pigeon?
I know the speed of many different Columbidae species. The fastest is domestic pigeon, which can speed up to 92.5 miles per hour. 92? Jeez. That can't be right, is it?
It's a domestic pigeon, right?
Yeah, it's in the dove family, which I guess I didn't know that the pigeon was in the dove family.
They kind of look like doves. They kind of look like gray doves.
What do you think the average weight of a pigeon is, though?
Average weight? 7 pounds.
Ooh, 4.5, close though. Yeah, 92, pretty fast. I guess we learned something today.
I just looked it up. I just googled top speed of American pigeon. It's 100 miles per hour.
Jeez Louise. Yeah,
Those boys are fast.
I think that told me the average max, if that makes sense. But yeah, maybe, who knows? Maybe Ted Alspack is watching One Night Ultimate Pigeon. They go pretty fast.
There you go. Yeah, you pitched that to Bezier Games. That's an expansion. One Night Ultimate Pigeon.
Yeah, if anyone has a Bezier Games number, give it to me. I'm gonna pitch One Night Ultimate Pigeon. That's a good one. Kyle B said Speed Pigeon, which reminded me, what if Speed, the movie, starred a pigeon? Or maybe they were on a pigeon? I guess that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I like it as Dennis Hopper puts a bomb on a pigeon.
And
This pigeon can't go under 55 miles per hour.
wow.
So it's Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock constantly trying to slow down this pigeon.
I haven't seen Speed in a long time, but why does Dennis Hopper do that? What's his motive of putting a bomb?
Because he so in the beginning of the movie, Keanu Reeves sabotages his plan in the beginning, because in the beginning he puts a bomb on an elevator or something.
Why does he do that?
To do something, because he's like a terrorist. But
that makes
Keanu
sense.
Reeves foils that and pisses Dennis Hopper off.
So it was a revenge prank?
Yeah, it was a prank. So this was revenge on him. I forgot. It's been a couple years since I've seen the movie, but I forgot why he knew that Keanu Reeves would be able to get on the bus.
It makes a lot more sense now, thinking about it, because there's a scene at the end where Pauly D in the situation run in and go, "Hey, you're on MTV's Revenge Prank." And honestly, when I saw that the first time, it didn't make too much sense to me, but now it's making a lot more sense.
A remake of Speed with the cast of The Jersey Shore would be great. I remember when The Jersey Shore was on, when it was at peak popularity, 2010. They were doing the MTV Movie Awards, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we talked about this. And they were doing promos for all the movies that were nominated. Hurt Locker was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one that cracked me up. because they were all like in their Kurt Locker gear and they were talking about calling in the Jets, but they were like talking to like they were like, man, the Jets suck. Like they were talking about the football team. It was so dumb. I remember thinking it was funny.
Were you a big fan of the Three Stooges movie?
I never saw it.
Well, Jersey Shore play a big part in that movie.
Oh yeah. I remember the trailers and the commercials because it's like 3 stories, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 stories, and one of the stories is one of the Stooges gets into the Jersey Shore group.
Yeah, I'm sure that aged really well. You watch that in 2021 now, you're like, well, yeah, this is timely.
But you think, I guess when I watched the trailer, I thought it would be like a one-off joke, just like, oh.
I thought so too.
But no, it's a main part of the movie that he's in the Jersey Shore. Mo's a part of the Jersey Shore. Okay, I think we finally figured out. I mean, a lot of questions got answered. The max speed of a pigeon.
We figured it out.
Part of the dove family, apparently. And we think Jersey Shore should remake Speed.
Yeah, make it happen. Sorry, I was looking at something on my phone, but yeah, let's make that
Are you looking at another Miley Cyrus music video?
I got 2 going on right now.
Oh my god.
No, someone else from the Toilets texting me right now.
You don't want to say, is it the special secret guest we have?
For next week?
No, that comes in the final episode. You can say it. Miley Cyrus shows up in the last
Yeah,
episode.
we got her.
We got her.
It rhymes with Sned.
What the heck is Ed texting you about? Wait, I don't dox him or anything, but I'm sure he's talking about texting about Miley Cyrus. All right. Thanks guys for watching. Thanks Dylan for being a part of it. And I always tease the next. Well, I don't always do this. I did this last time, but here's a tease. Here's the title of next week's episode. Well, it comes out in 2 days now, but the title is "This is How You Tanner."
This is how you tanner.
Yeah. That's the name of the episode. This is how you tanner. So I'm assuming someone claims Tanner in that episode. So all right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
I didn't get unfriended. Woo. Oh no.